Thank you, choir. I would like to introduce our first student speaker of this evening, Christine Kim.
Graduation is a time to thank our teachers, family members, friends, reflect on our journey, and celebrate the accomplishments over the years. As we look back at our years here at Diablo Vista, we've come to realize how much we've grown together as one and as a class of 2012. We are here today to say goodbye to one world and say hello to another. It'll be difficult to leave middle school behind and step forward to an unknown world, also known as high school. But with love, respect, and support, we can go through the hardships and start our lives as young adults, as we did in middle school. Looking back to the first day of school, I'm certain everyone could remember the nervous feeling we had as we walked through these gates. Somehow, they've all vanished, and we began sharing and even making memories together. In 6th grade, everything was falling into place. We met new friends and got a glimpse of the students at our school. We experienced more freedom, like dismissing ourselves after lunch and not having to walk in a line from class to class. We had different teachers for each subject for the very first time and learned new material starting from rocks to the ancient world. Soon the school year ended and we were already 7th graders. In 7th grade, we learned who our close friends were and started to get ideas of what we wanted to achieve in our futures. The years seemed to go by in a snap of a finger, because already we had become the top class of middle school, the 8th graders that we ourselves once looked up upon. 8th grade was a year of many memories. We've been through sweat and tears similar to what we will be facing in high school, like studying all day for science finals or trying to write our needles while doing the bear book on the Civil War, from trying to push recycled cars down rails to crying over the deaths of dogs as we read Call of the Wild, or begging our teachers to play Uncle Tom's Cabin and singing our favorite tune, the preamble, whenever and wherever. I remember worrying over how difficult the last math exam was and later venting about it to my friends in the locker room. I especially remember when the time my class screamed for joy when we found out we had no homework for the rest of the year. It's depressing to think that these moments will soon become our past, but more importantly, these moments will always be remembered and cherished. It's hard to believe, but during our 3 years here at Diablo Vista, we've also gone through some life-changing experiences that will forever mark a spot in history. We had to undergo many catastrophes, from mourning over the death of the legend himself, Michael Jackson, to being super paranoid of the swine flu. We faced the hardships of the economic crisis and the Great Recession, and right when we thought our problems were over, the new year of 2010 began, and bringing along more disastrous events. We had to see Haiti and Chile have their biggest earthquakes, and only 2 months later, the Gulf of Mexico has a massive oil spill. Shortly after, Japan has a mighty tsunami that struck millions, and furthermore, during that summer, one of our childhood favorites came to an end. We said our farewells to Harry Potter for the very last time. Now, why am I recalling all these memories, you may ask? Because someday we can tell people, I went through all of that in just 3 years while attending middle school. Even if these obstacles show that we've been through some hard times, it also shows that we were able to overcome them. We have contributed a lot to our success, like walkathons, magazine drive fundraisers, and helping CJSF earn money for those in need. We learned to face difficulties and overcome them, whether it's alone or together. Although our graduation ceremony is a brief moment in our lives, the memory of our time here at Diablo Vista Middle School will last forever. And Monte Vista, Doherty Valley, Cal High, San Ramon, or any other high school better watch out, because they have some amazing freshmen coming their way. Congratulations, class of 2012. Thank you. And now I'd like to present to you our second student speaker, Danielle DeCeasare.
Today is June 14th, 2012, and today around 300 Diablo Vista students will end one chapter in our lives, and tomorrow we will open a new one. As the great Dr. Seuss once said, "You're off to great places, today is your day, your mountain is waiting, so get on your way." Here at Diablo Vista, we're in our own protective bubble. We can only worry about a tsunami in Japan or an earthquake in Haiti. We can only wonder about Greece going bankrupt or Facebook going public, although we're almost old enough to be the CEO of Facebook. But we will inherit the same world one day, and every generation is expected to make the world it inherits a better place. And I believe this means two important things for us. The first is that we have to be ready for the new. We have to be ready to cause change when we can and accept change when we have to. Imagine if Steve Jobs never said think different. Imagine if Justin Bieber never said never. Imagine if Katniss never volunteered as tribute. And imagine if Nike never said just do it. What would all of our shirts say? Of course, sometimes change doesn't go the way you want, and we have all had the downs that life brings, but perseverance is what makes you who you are. We have to embrace change for the good, the bad, and the unknown of what life has to offer. Change is really hard. Right now, we're all in our comfort zone, kind of like being in a cocoon and not really sure what it will be like to fly. But it has been said that if nothing ever changed, there would be no butterflies. Now, I'm not saying that life was all fluttering around as butterflies easy for us this last semester. There was no butterfly on the planet that had endless homework, tests to study for, miles to run, and the must-dos of 8th grade, like mastering the Civil War project and solving correctly for X on the math test. These were some of the many challenges we faced and conquered. 8th grade was also filled with some of the greatest memories of our lives. School dances, Civil War Day, the promotion party, and yes, Great America. And that brings us to the second important thing we must remember as we take our next huge step forward. We have to remember what shouldn't change. Our responsibilities might be huge now, but just wait. There will be more of them the older we get. But we'll have our entire lives to deal with that. We need to live life now, as it was meant for us to live, because that's what's going to make us the strongest, and we'll look back on this time in our lives forever. We need to continue to believe that things that are wrong can be righted. We need to stay curious about how things work and attracted to adventure. We need to stay connected to the world around us, to be caring and helpful. We need to be committed with all our hearts that another person's potential isn't decided by their gender, their money, or their race. We need to wake up every morning looking forward to today, not worrying about tomorrow. As the president of this class this year, thank you for letting me be your friend, your morning announcer, and your biggest fan for what will and what should never change this next year. So I'd like you to imagine this. As we say our goodbyes, let the fireworks begin today. Your diplomas are lighted matches, and each one of you is a fuse. Let's light up the world.